Hello everyone, welcome to the next class of Management Accounting where we are learning about fund flow statement. So last class we have solved one problem together and I hope you have understood, and after that I have given you a small homework. Okay, so I hope you were able to do it. Okay, because everything is based on hopes only. Okay, so hoping for the same. Today also I am here with one more problem of fund flow statement. Sorry. Okay, so this is the question. Okay, where we have some items under the liabilities and some items under the assets, and then we have some additional informations. Okay, now your these details. Okay, so we'll first discuss about the details, each and every topic, each and every item actually which is given in the question, and again we will try to first find out which will be our source, which will be our application, which will be our non-cash, which will be our non-fund expense, income, all those things, and which is going to be our current items, current assets and current liabilities. And I hope now you know very well, to prepare the fund flow statement we need to go for 3 steps. First step is your statement showing changes in working capital, that is statement of changes in working capital, and then we need to calculate fund from operation, and then we have to finally prepare the fund flow statement. Okay, so now first item, we'll start from the liability side. Okay, so under liabilities, first item we have a share capital, and if we can compare, okay, and 2012 I am taking as a older and 2013 I am taking as a new year. Okay, so in 2012 the value of share capital is 2 lakh and in 13 it is 2 lakh 50. Fine. So what we are able to see compared to the older year, in the new 50,000 excess is there. So simple assumption is what? Extra issue of shares happen, and when extra issue of shares will happen, that much fund will flow in our pocket, okay, towards the company. Fine. So that is 50,000. 50,000 is going to be your source of fund. Fine. Next item we have a general reserve. Okay, I have gone for your shortcuts. I hope you can understand. General reserve 12 it is 10,000 and in 13 it is 25,000. That means we have transferred, okay, we have transferred excess 15,000 towards the general reserve, okay, in the year 2013. Fine. And last class also I have told you, transfer towards the general reserve is going to be our non-cash expense. Clear? So 15,000 is going to be your non-cash expense. Now next item we have a profit and loss account. So opening and closing both balance we will use while calculating fund from operation. Next item we have 12% debentures. Okay, so if we check the 2012, the value was 2 lakh and in 2013 the value is 2 lakh 35,000. So again here we can make out that excess issue has taken place, and when we are going to issue extra debentures, that means fund will come towards our pocket. Okay, so how much excess is coming now? 35,000 is coming now. We have to only focus at the given year. Okay, further whether it is going to be my extra expense or whatever, those things don't bother now. Now just think, in 2013 extra 35,000, okay, fund we got in our pocket via issue of extra debentures. So this is again going to be your source of fund. Fine. Next item we have a creditors, that is your current liability. Bills payable, that is also your current liability. And today in this question, today we will treat proposed dividend and provision for tax as a non-current liability. I'm repeating it again. Last class, in the last problem, I have treated the proposed dividend and provision for tax as the current liability. But today in this question, I'm going to treat both item as a non-current item. Okay, keep it in your mind. Proposed dividend and provision for tax, I'm going to treat as a non-current item. Clear? Now coming to your asset side. Okay, yeah, before asset side coming, let me deal with your proposed dividend. Okay, proposed dividend, last that is 2012 40,000 and 2013 also 40,000. And if we check in our additional information, okay, an interim dividend of 25,000. So I have last class only I have made very clear that proposed dividend is different and interim dividend is different. Then tax paid is there, depreciation is there, so no other further information about or in relation to your proposed dividend or dividend paid is given. Okay, so in that scenario, if we are going to treat it as a non-current item, then how we have to deal? The older year, that is 2012 40,000, okay, we have to assume it as that we have paid it. Okay, we have paid it last year, we are going to pay this year. Okay, so 2012 1 we are going to pay in 2013, so 40,000 dividend paid. And when we are going to pay the dividend, that means it is going to be application of fund. Okay, and in 2013 what another again 40,000 we have proposed. 2013 40,000 we have proposed that we are going to pay in the next year, coming year. Okay, so for right now at present what we have to say in 2013, while calculating fund from operation, that we are going to treat as a non-cash expense. Clear? 2012 amount we are going to treat it as a dividend paid and we are going to take it as an application of fund. And 2013 amount we are going to take as a non-cash, sorry, non-operating, non-cash, okay, non-cash non-operating expenses or losses while calculating fund from operation, because still you have proposed it, you haven't paid it, you will pay in a next year, so right now it is a non-cash. Okay, now coming to your assets, goodwill, if I check the 2012 7,500 and 2013 5,000, that means we are able to see very clearly that some value of goodwill we have written off. And goodwill written off, last class also have told you, and again I am repeating, okay, writing off your fictitious or intangible assets, all we are going to take it as a non-cash expense. Okay, so 2,500 is going to be our non-cash expense. Then coming towards the building, we have a opening value, we have a closing value also, and if we check the additional information, we have a some depreciation also charged on the building. Okay, so today last class if you remember, I have just gone for plus minus and we tried to find out whether it is a purchase or a sale. Today we will work it on this. We'll open a separate ledger account, building, okay, and try to find out whether it is a purchase or sale or whatever the scene, okay, in the further pages. Same we will do with the plant and machinery also and investment also. Okay, and generally we used to do these working notes with those items for which we have a opening, closing and additional information present in the question. Clear? Now, and even if I go back to liabilities, for provision for tax also we have to open the separate ledger account. Okay, because reason is what, one, we is treating it as a non-current item, and then in additional information tax paid during the year information is given. Fine. Now the next information from the asset side, stock, debtor, cash in hand, cash at bank, all are your current assets. Okay, so balance sheet, each and everything I have discussed. Now coming to your additional information, interim dividend paid. So interim dividend paid, it is going to be our non-fund or non-operating expense also, and same time it is going to be application of fund also. Okay, and tax paid, as I told, we will open a separate ledger account for provision for tax, and then we will make out how much we are paying the tax and how much we are going to make the provision for tax. And tax, how much we are paying, that will be your application of fund, and provision, how much we have made, that will be our non-cash expense. So tax paid is going to be the same, that is 60,000. So that tax paid we will appear in the, or will make it appear in the fund flow statement application side. Okay, and how much provision newly we are going to make, that we are going to treat as a non-cash expense. Then we have a depreciation, 15,000 was charged on building, so depreciation is again your non-cash Okay, and then one more time we have a depreciation charged on, that is another item, plant and machinery, so that will be again your non-cash expense. And then we have a during the year investment costing rupees 20,000 were sold at a profit of rupees 10,000. So the investment which we have sold cost was 20,000, but we have sold it as a profit of rupees 10,000. That means total sales value is your 30,000. And again, if you remember from the starting notes of this chapter, okay, profit on sale of fixed asset, okay, or long-term assets, those all are treated as a non-operating income or gain. Okay, so this 10,000 is going to be our non-operating income or gain. So now let's start solution one by one. So very first, as you know very well, first step is to prepare the statement of changes in working capital. So in question we have already checked which are our current asset and which are our current liabilities, and again every time I used to repeat, you have a 4 simple general rules regarding this or related to this statement of changes in working capital: increase in current asset, increase in working capital; decrease in current asset, decrease in working capital. Okay, and I have told you no need to mug up all the 4 rules, just keep remember one, remaining all you can make the opposite one. Okay, so now first I have taken here stock, and we can see with the comparison, always we have to compare between the 2 years, okay, which is given. So 2 lakh and 1 lakh 80, that means 20,000 has got decrease, and decrease in current asset, decrease in working capital. So in a decrease column 20,000 posted. Similarly I have did with the debtors also, cash in hand also, and cash at bank also. And if we go with the question, we had only these 4 as the current liability: stock, debtor, cash in hand, and cash at bank. So all 4 I have taken here. Now all the current assets over, so just we need to make the total in the year column, okay, of the current assets. Total in 2012 we have a 4,07,000, in 2013 we have a 4,37,500. Okay, now coming towards your current liabilities, so again in the question we have checked that we have a 2 current liabilities. One is your creditor and another is your bills payable. And related to your current liability, again rule was what? Decrease in current liability, increase in working capital. So similarly both we have calculated, and then we are going to make a total of current liability also in the both respective years. So in 2012 we are going to get the total of 2 lakh, and in 2013 we are going to get the total of 1 lakh. Okay, and now we need to calculate working capital, and formula of working capital: current asset minus current liability, that is A minus B. Okay, A minus B here I hope you know very well, as I am representing current asset as a A and current liability as a B, so I am saying A minus B. Okay, now so how much we are going to get? 4,07,000 minus 2 lakh, we'll get a 2,07,000 in 2012. 4,37,500 minus 1 lakh, 3,37,500 we are going to get working capital in 2013. And now we need to calculate whether it is an increase or decrease. So very clearly it's visible. 2012 working capital is 2 lakh something, and in 2013 the working capital is 3 lakh something. So definitely it is an increase compared to the older year. So how much increase? 1,30,500. How? 3,37,500 minus 2,07,000, balancing figure we are going to get 1,30,500. That is our increase in working capital, and I am closing the year column. Now coming towards to, or moving towards to, increase and decrease column. So if we'll make the total of increase column, we'll get the total as a 1,50,500, and then again in the decrease column we are going to get the balancing figure as a 1,30,500. that is again increase in working capital. So I hope this is clear. Now moving to the next. So as I told you, today we will work with some of the ledger account also, and we have to go for the working notes. So first I am going to open, or first I am going to show you the plant and machinery account. So plant and machinery or asset account, so opening balance definitely your debit side. So to balance BD brought down, that is 93,000. So if you can check the question, in 2012 the value of plant and machinery is 93,000. thousand. Okay, and similarly the closing balance is 75,000, that is by balance CD. Okay, and from the additional information we had the information that depreciation charged on plant and machinery rupees 9,300. So we are going to post it by depreciation 9,300, and nothing else is there. Only three information was given in the question: your opening balance, closing balance, and depreciation. So again, whatever the balancing figure, if we are getting the balancing figure your credit side, then it is going to be our cash sales. Assumption only. Okay, cash sales, we are assuming that the difference amount, that is 8,700, worth rupees 8,700 plant and machinery we have sold, and as it is a sale, so it is going to be source of fund, because whenever we are selling something, cash is coming towards our pocket. Clear? Now same thing we are going to open with the building account also. So building opening balance 1,42,500 and closing balance 1,57,500, and from additional information the depreciation is 15,000. So this time balancing figure we are getting debit side, so then it shows that we have gone for the purchase. Okay, so how much cash purchase? 30,000, and when we are purchasing something, that means cash will go out, fund will go out, so it is going to be the application of fund. Clear? Now the next we are going to open the investment account. So investment long term, it was given in the question clearly, and again this is our set. So opening balance debit side 75,000 and closing balance credit side your 75,000. Fine. And here if you go for the additional information, so additional information what was given: during the year investment costing rupees 20,000 were sold at a profit of rupees 10,000. So cost of the investment was 20,000 and profit you have earned 10,000. That means totally you have sold for the 30,000. The same we are going to post in the ledger account by sale. How much? 30,000. And then how much profit we had? So to profit on sale 10,000 profit. No other further information. So now again closing your account and calculating the balancing figure, and this time again we have got the balancing figure debit side, so it is, we are going to assume it as a purchase means again fund is going outside, so this is going to be our application of fund. Yeah. Now the next we have provision for tax. Okay, provision for tax is your liability. So opening balance your credit side and closing balance your debit side. Okay, so how much the opening? 60,000 and closing 50,000, and then we had the additional information that taxes paid during the year rupees 60,000. So that we are going to do the posting to cash, that is your tax paid. How much we have paid? 60,000. So no other further information was what? Opening, closing and tax paid, all three posted. So now again closing the ledger account and checking the balancing figure. So balancing figure we are going to get towards your credit side, that is we have to transfer towards the profit and loss account. Okay, and this is going to be your provision for tax made during the year. Please get here clearly, this balancing figure which we are going to transfer towards the profit and loss account, this is going to be our provision for tax made during the year. Okay, and this we are going to treat as a non-cash expense. Okay, and tax paid we are going to treat as the application of fund. I hope it is clear. Next we need to prepare second step, that is fund from operation. We have to calculate fund from operation. Okay, so here little bit changes I have did. Okay, small changes, nothing matter at all. First we are going to take the closing balance of profit and loss account. So how much closing balance of profit and loss account we have? Closing balance we have 50,000. Okay, in 2013 we have the balance is 50,000. Fine, and as you know very well, I hope so, okay, we need to add in this. What we need to add in this? We need to add in this non-cash and non-fund expenses or losses. Okay, so how much we have the expenses and losses, and which and all are your non-cash and non-fund expenses or losses, we have already checked while discussing the question. Each and every item I have told you. Okay, so just here what we have gone for the transfer to general reserve, non-cash, proposed dividend, non-cash, provision for tax made during the year, again non-cash, then goodwill, sorry, GD I have written it by mistake, it should be GW. Okay, goodwill written off, that is again non-cash, interim dividend paid, non-fund or non-operating, then depreciation on building, non-cash, depreciation on plant and machinery, non-cash, making the total of all and writing in outer amount column 1,56,800. And now from this we are going to deduct non-cash, non-fund income or gain, and we have checked we had something as a profit on sale of investment, that is 10,000, and then we have the opening balance of profit and loss account, that is 15,000. So total of these two, 25,000 in outer column, and when we are going to plus and minus, we are going to get the final amount as a 1,81,800, and this is going to be our fund from operation. Clear? Now finally we will prepare fund flow statement for the year ending 2013. Okay, so 2013, and as I hope now you know very well, under your fund flow statement, two main heading, one is source and another is your application. Okay, so first we will work out with the sources, where and all, from where and all you are getting fund inside. Okay, application, from where and for which and all your fund is going outside. So sale of investment, we have sold the investment for rupees 30,000, and whenever we are going to sell something, we are going to receive the fund. Okay, so it is a source. Same way, sale of plant and machinery, whenever we are going to sell something, again the same, okay, theory or rule you can say, again we are receiving the fund. And then we have issued the extra share capital worth rupees 50,000. So when I have issued these shares, definitely I am going to again receive the fund. Similar things, when I am going to issue the debentures, then also I am going to receive the extra fund. And then we have calculated fund from operation. So these all are our sources, make the total of source. Okay, now coming back to your, sorry, not back, moving towards the application. So for which and all your fund has gone, okay, out of your pocket. So very first things, purchase. Whenever we are going to purchase something, definitely we have to make the payment, that means fund will go outside. Dividend paid, whenever we are paying something in exactly cash terms, okay, then that means again the fund is going outside. And one more thing, keep in your mind, under fund flow statement, sources and application, we used to enter only those things through which we are actually receiving or paying the actual cash. Okay, so don't get confused with your non-cash and cash here. Here we are taking all the cash one. Fine. Then we have a tax paid, we have paid the tax, that means we have given the amount, that means fund again gone out. Then interim dividend we have paid, again amount has gone outside. And then we have purchased the building, that means again I have did the payment. Okay, so these all are our application as per this question. Total of application we are going to make, and last class also I have told you, make sure the difference between total of source and total of application should be equal to your increase or decrease. Okay, whatever you have got in your first step, increase or decrease. Okay, in working capital should be equal to that. So increase in working capital, sources minus application. S denote here sources and A denote here application. Okay, 3,05,500 minus 1,75,000, we are going to get the increase in working capital 1,30,500, which is exactly same how much we have got the increase in working capital in our statement of changes in working capital. So that means till now solution is correct. So till here try to solve. Okay, try to understand. Any doubts, definitely you can ask me on the WhatsApp, but make sure you're going to ask me all the doubts related to the subject only. So till then, thank you, have a nice day, enjoy.